smiling faces here tonight, and for such an exciting occasion. My name is Mary Theophanis, although many of you may know me as Shammas's Aunt Mary. It's my pleasure to be speaking to you this evening. I met my best friend, Helen, the woman who would become Shammas's mother, in 1981, when we both entered graduate school at the University of Virginia and became roommates. Helen was a remarkable person whose values were evident in the way she lived her life and I see those same values in her sons, Shammas and his brother Najim. I'm going to keep my remarks brief tonight because I'm sure you're anxious to hear from the man of the hour. But I do want to take just a moment to touch on the qualities that I think make Shammas the right leader at this right time for the city of Akron. I'm a scientist with the National Institute of Standards and Technology, and we have 4 core values that guide our work. First, excellence, the drive for continuous improvement. Second, integrity, independent thinking driven by honesty and the highest ethics. Followed by perseverance, taking the long view. And finally, inclusivity, the need for collaboration and diverse perspectives. I can't think of 4 better attributes than these to describe Shammas Malik, a man known for his excellence, his integrity, his perseverance, and his inclusivity in his role as a change agent for Akron, the city he loves. Akron, you picked a winner. And now it's my honor and my greatest pleasure to introduce the next mayor of Akron, Shammas Malik.
How about that? It was a rainy, dreary day in this beautiful city. But the votes are in. You've sent a message. You've sent it very loud and very clear. Thanks to the people in this room and across our whole city, change is coming. I want to thank each and every person who believed in our campaign. To those of you who knocked on doors, thank you. To those of you who made phone calls, thank you. To those who made a donation, thank you. To those who had a simple conversation with a friend or a neighbor, thank you. Now, a lot of drama takes place in a campaign on TV, in the newspaper, on the debate stages. We know that this election was won one conversation at a time, with a shared one conversation at a time with a shared positive message for the future of our city. I want to thank each of the other 6 candidates and their supporters for bringing their ideas and their passions to this process. This campaign All the forums, all the debates, all the conversations, they have enriched our public discourse. They have made our city stronger. We are thinking in ways we were not thinking before. For those of you who did not vote for me, I will work hard each and every day to be your mayor too, to earn your trust and your respect. Before I started this process, I did a lot of soul searching. Being mayor is not an easy job. It is a solemn commitment of time and energy to the city. I want to thank Mayor Horrigan and his whole team for their service over the last 8 years. My goal is to build a seamless transition between administrations, ensuring continuity where things are working well, respecting the things that have come before us, our legacy as a city, while always working to push for change. Last September, we started this campaign with an idea that Akron is an amazing place that has everything it needs to reverse decline, to succeed, and to thrive. If only we can agree on a shared vision for where we're going and how to get there. A set of priorities that can guide us in making people's lives better, making real progress on public safety, on good schools, on good jobs, and stable housing. We are going to be more strategic. We are going to have priorities that remain consistent in year 1, in year 2, in year 3, in year 4, and beyond. And we know that at the center of this vision, we need a city hall that is more open, more responsive, and more collaborative. A city hall that is ready to partner with the people of this amazing city. Tonight, in a 7-way race, more than 40% of you said you are ready to make that vision into a reality. Akron is a city of neighborhoods. So as I trekked across each corner of this city, from Northwest Akron to Goodyear Heights, from Kenmore to North Hill, from Ellet to Summit Lake to Highland Square to Firestone Park, from downtown, here downtown, to East Akron to West Akron, and everywhere in between, I heard the same things from folks. We all want to feel safe. We all want young people to have great schools. We all want stable housing. We all want decent jobs. Sometimes we disagree about how we want to get there. But Akron is a city of 190,000 people and 190,000 stories, and each person and each story is crucial to understanding the path forward. As your mayor, my first priority will be to listen, then to understand, then to take action towards real solutions. I have said many times during this campaign that it's not elect Shammas and sit back and watch me fix it. We are all in this together. We are going to do the hard work of building consensus with our nonprofit and arts community, with our business community, with our education and healthcare institutions, with every single person in our city. We are going to build a city that everyone can be proud of, where everyone has opportunity, where we can all thrive. This is a really difficult moment for our community. We are struggling to reckon with the killing of Jalen Walker and a broader legacy, a painful legacy of deep-rooted racial injustice. When we talk about schools, when we talk about jobs, when we talk about safety, when we talk about health or housing or the environment, that legacy of racial injustice is rooted through each of those issues. It is not one thing. When we look at the disparities between our Black community and the rest of our community, it is deeply, deeply rooted. And so we have to tackle it head on. We're going to have difficult conversations. We're going to take action. And we are going to build a stronger and more equitable community. I look out into the faces, and I've spent a lot of the last 9 months of this campaign talking with you one-on-one. And any one of you who has heard me complain knows there are a lot of reasons to be cynical about politics. But beyond the frustration that we might have day to day, I have a deep well of hope. I believe so strongly in the people of this city. Local historian Dave Lieberth calls this the smallest big city and the biggest small town. We are famous for rubber and for LeBron. We are famous for the Cuyahoga River and Swenson's. We are famous for so much more. But what truly makes Akron great is its people. People often ask me why I moved back home, like I'm doing somebody a favor. I live here because I love this community. Every room I walk into in Akron, especially this room here tonight, but every room, I see people I care about. I see people who inspire me. I see people who are kind and generous. I see people who are working so hard to build something for others. I've talked a lot in this campaign about my mom, Dr. Helen Kalori Kamar. Her office was just a few blocks away from here. To her, life was about finding something you love doing and using it to give back to other people. When I look around this room, I see people putting that phrase into action. I've told the story about how a lot of days I would end up, me and my brother, where's my brother? As kids, we would end up back at the university at the end of the day while my mom went back to work. And I have this image burned into my brain of my mom in her office, sitting and talking with a student or a colleague, gesturing vividly with her hands, a smile on her face, taking the time to really get to know the other person. That story is about hard work. That story is about treating each person with dignity and respect. That story is about taking the time to figure out how each person that we meet can fit into a broader vision. That story is about Akron. That story is about parents, fathers and mothers who want a better life for their kids. That story is about people dealing with loss and trauma and despair who desperately want help. That story is about workers in our city who show up every day to make sure the basic things in our city function and who just need life to be a little bit easier. By sharing each of our stories with each other, we begin to dream about what might be possible. You know, people have asked me over the last few weeks whether I'm getting tired. These folks don't know me. The answer is that I've never been more energized than I am tonight. I am so hopeful for our city's future, not because of election results, but because I look around this room and I see a campaign that we built person by person by person by person by person. You do not want me to take the time, but I could go person by person and talk about the contribution that each of you made. That is another speech. That is a lot of conversations over Caesar salad and dinner. But that is what we have built together. Take some time and reflect on that in the coming days and the coming weeks. This victory is not about me. This victory is about all of us in this room and beyond. There is a lot of work ahead. We are going to continue to knock on doors. We are going to continue to talk to people, whether there's an election or not. We are going to build a transition so that when we take office on January 1st, we are ready to deliver real change on day one. Tonight is an important and exciting milestone, but we are just getting started. Thank you so much.
At this time, I'm going to invite our press partners up to the stage for an impromptu interview moment.